Hi guys, it's Belle here and I am back with episode 3 of the Little Golden Book tutorial series. If you have just watched me putting the signatures together, you will know that there is a lot of white space in here because of some of the scrapbook papers aren't backed, and obviously I've used some of the pages from the book itself. So I want to try something that I saw Luise Heinzl do in one of her videos last year, I believe. I will leave the link to that video down below. She was basically grunging up and adding colour to her signatures. Now, I don't want to grunge these up. She used a hammer and a ruler, and I'm going to be honest, when I watched that video, my my heart was in my throat. I was just like, well, you're taking a hammer to the pages. However, it all worked out beautifully, as all of Luise Heinzl's stuff does. So if you want to add colour the way I am, you have two ways of doing this. If you don't have any of the sprays, so I only have two bright coloured or brightish coloured oxides by Tim Holtz. I have the Cracked Pistachio and Villainous Potion. It's my goal this year to get, build up my stash. I also have some of these Dilution ones. I haven't got a lot left in them. I've been using them a lot. So I have Lemon Zest and Funky Fuchsia. And then I have an Ink Mist Spray by Cosmic Shimmer. And this is an orange one, which is called Tangy Tangerine. Also have a little bottle of water. Some clips to hold my signatures together, and I'm going to put mine in my spray box. Now, Luise Heinzl did it on some fabric, which I thought was a great idea, but because I have a limited space here, I'm going to put mine in the box that I use to spray everything in, because we're going to get spraying. Now, if you don't have inks, the sprays, you can do one of two things. You can do one of three things. Firstly, you don't have to spray anything. It really does depend on your journal. If you do want to have colour or add, then you can just ink around the edge of every page. Or you can, if you do have oxides and distress inks and things, you can rub them on an acrylic block, spray some water on, and then dab it or flick it. You can use acrylic paints to flick onto your pages. So there's a few ways you can do it. I'm going to attempt this. I have no idea how it's going to come out. I have no idea. I'm a little bit nervous, but as this journal's for me, I thought, what better way than to actually have a go at this technique without worrying too much, because it's not a journal that I'm going to be selling. It's not a commissioned piece. It is just for me. So she held her pages together with clips, and they were also able to stand up. I don't know if mine will stand up, but there we go. So I'm doing this in twos because I don't have clips big enough to hold all four together at the same time. You will also need a heat gun if you're using this technique, or just leave it overnight to dry. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm super excited to have a go and get messy. And surely that's the fun of craft. It's also a great way when you're making journals for yourself to experiment. So yeah, if you haven't seen me put these signatures together, please go check out episodes 2 and episode 1. I make the cover. So I'll be right back with the spray box. Hi guys, so I'm hoping you can see that. So this is my spray box. It's just a big box that I had that I thought that'd be perfect. It's sturdy, it folds up, so it works really well. And we're going to take the signatures. Oh my gosh, I'm worried about this flocked one. I don't want to ruin it, but also let's just do it. These, oh, they do stand up a little bit. So what Luise did first in her the nerves guys, I'm getting nervous, is she sprayed into the signatures themselves, I suppose, to get it easier for the actual inks to take. Now, not all my inks are distress oxides, so they may not all work. And I've actually put all my inks on the other side. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, I hit the camera. So I'm going to start with the lighter colours first, and I'm going to start with Cracked Pistachio, and we're just going to spray We're just going to spray it into the book, into the pages. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is, one, because I wanted to try it, and two, because obviously the book I've chosen is all about kittens playing with paint and spilling paint, and the paint keeps like this is almost at the end, this keeps spilling over to make new colours, and I just thought, what a perfect sort of way, oh, lots of orange there, what a perfect way to, or what a perfect theme this technique is, or what a perfect technique to try out. Right, this one's not even coming up, so none of that one. Okay, let's go for the villainous potion. Bye-bye. Look at my hands, guys. Yeah, might be best to wear gloves if you're doing this, if you're bothered. I'm not overtly bothered. And then I believe she sprayed again, just to, one, help the distress oxides blend into each other, and to make the pages soak up the colours. I feel like there's a lot of orange up there and not a lot of green, so I'm going to add some more green. It will make your pages a bit, I want to say wonky. I don't mind. Oh my gosh, it's looking so pretty. I don't know what it looks like inside. I may completely and utterly regret doing this. I'm going to leave that over to the side, and we're going to do the next one. We're just going to go for it. It's exciting, isn't it, guys? It's like, oh, you get into play. Everything Luise Heinzl does works out beautifully. I look at it sometimes and think, I have no idea how that's going to look, and then she creates it and I go, wow. Like, see, now because this is wet, because I've put that down, we've got some of this like colour on there, because this is all murky, which I don't like as much, so I'm going to just add some green. I love this cracked pistachio. Add some more of the Dilutions lemon zest. Not that there's a lot left. Like, it's really struggling. Come on, you got a little bit in you yet. You can do it. What one worked? Oh, the orange did, didn't it? Yes. Got orange. Oh, it's all over my finger. And then some of the villainous potion. Just in places. I hope that's all getting on. So let's just spray it all. Really spray it so that it oxidizes, so that it runs. Yeah, I wish I had a blue. I really do wish I had a blue. This seems darker than this one. This seems a lot lighter. Let's add some more of the green, because that's what seems to lighten it up, the cracked pistachio. Yes, there we go. And add some more water. Right, guys, so I've done that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to one side to dry a little bit. Then I'm going to go wash my hands, and then we're going to get the heat gun. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I mean, my hand's still a little orange, especially that thumb. But anyway, so this is what it's looking like. By the way, if you do use a spray box, and again, you probably know this, but just in case you're new to making junk journals, because there's lots of wet inks in there, don't waste it. Put in parchment papers or deli papers or just any kind of paper to soak up the ink to use in other projects. So I'm now going to use my heat gun. I'm going to dry it, and we're going to have a bit of a look. I'm going to fast forward this bit because it's noisy, but yeah, so we're just going to use the heat gun. Okay, guys, they're not fully dry yet. They're still a little bit damp, but I'm going to take them aside. I'm going to take them apart so we can kind of have a look. I don't know what they look like yet. You're probably looking at this going, you've ruined them. But you know what? We'll work it out. We'll have a look. And yeah. Let's go. So this is the first signature. You can see some of the oxidization. I quite like it. There's none on the back though. It's just one of those things. This is one of those situations where you don't know what you're going to get. We've got some around the edge here. This is actually the wrong way. Hold on. So this is the first one. And again, this is the other way around. We haven't got any right on the front here. No, we do. This is the front. Gosh, what are you doing, Belle? Oh, all kerfuffled. So yes, we've got lots of colour there. This is the I absolutely love. Can you see that, guys? I love the way this looks. Look at this. It actually looks like paint dripping. Oh, I love that. There's some here, discoloration here too. So let's open it up. Oh, yes, I love it. And this is why I wanted to add the white CD sleeve. There's lots of spraying there because we've got some on this side too, as just a little bit. I love the way it looks on the book pages. I am so happy with that. Because this is pink, and obviously I used some pink. It already had some gold on here, I've just realised, but there is some colours around it, which you can see. I love how it looks. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I mean, there's some green there. I feel like this page needed more, but, you know, this page then has a lot on it. So we've got some along the bottom here. Some colouring. I love this. This looks really good, but not too much. None on this page, obviously. Oh, no, there is. Look, right at the bottom. Because this was near the bottom, it got a little bit. So, but that's okay. And let's turn it over onto this page. It's like opening a treasure chest. You never know quite what you're going to get, you know. I love all the markings here. Obviously, not all of them react with water, so some of them have left a slightly different mark. Look at the purple all the way up there, guys. And the yellows. Ugh, love it. The blue has a little bit around the edges. You can see, can you see that? I'm hoping you can see that. Love it. Oh, this one's got so much, and it just works so well because of the yellow and the green there. It just works so well. We've got it on the inside of this, but not really much on the back, which doesn't bother me. So that's the first signature. Let's make sure this is the right way round. Yes, it is. No, it's this way. So this hasn't got much on it either. It's got some on the edge. Let me show you. Can you see that? It's just along the edge. Let's open it up and have a look. So we've got some on the inside here. Got some down here. Actually, this is mainly orange and yellow and purple and pinks, and it really got the orange and purple there. So that's fun. Love the way it looks on that side too. So it just gives those blank pages. That's already like, oh my goodness, look at that one. I love that. I absolutely love that. I really do. And then, yeah, it's on the scrapbook paper. I will tell you a couple of things that I learnt whilst doing this. So if your pages are really wet and then obviously you're drying them, just be aware they can rip a little bit. That's not much of a bother for me because, again, it's my journal. I can put a pocket there to strengthen it. Look at it on that side, and it works so well. Because this, again, it mainly got it on the bottom of this vintage book page, which is fine because this page is so bright. But look at all the colours on this side that go so well with it. And there's a little bit of purple there. On the yellow page, we've got lots of orange, which, funny enough, picks up the orange over here. It's really weird how it's done that. And then here, look, on the paper. Got it along the edge. And then as you open it up, less of it here, obviously just down the bottom on this, but then look at how beautiful that is. And again, this is all purples and greens, and look at the main purple there. I have to say, I do really like how this has turned out. This envelope didn't actually get that much. It mainly got some orange, so I don't know if I'd want to go back and spray it, but we've got a lot down the bottom, so maybe not. Maybe I'll just ink it. Lots around the edge of this. Look at that. Some here. And it works so well with this bubble paper as well. Oh, look at that. I love this. This is a proper kind of frame on there. Love it. And then, yeah, just on the edge, all on the back, but it doesn't detract from the flocking, which I was worried it would. This one, this one seems to have got the brunt. a bit overboard. And then nothing on the back. So this is what it, well, very little on the back. This is what it was meant to look like. I mean, I could turn them the other way if I wanted. So here we go inside. Funny enough, not so much on the inside, considering, that shows you how thick this card is. Considering how much is on the outside, not a lot there. So again, all round the paper, which I absolutely love, the book pages. Just love how, see where they've splashed the paint out and this just looks like little paw prints and paint. Love that bit up there. I definitely need some more oxide inks. This was quite a brown page, but again, we've got the orange stitching and it's picked up in the orange because obviously it's a page all about the colour brown, hence the brown. Okay. I just love. I mean, I loved it with this anyway, but now with this edging, I mean, look, just look at that, guys. Just look at the markings. Love it so much. And funny enough, not a lot on that side, but definitely got some on this side. Lots over here. Still very lovely, though I feel like this page is a lot. There's a lot on that page. And on that page. But actually, it doesn't matter too much. We still get all the writing nicely, and it blends here, which is really beautiful. We've got it here. Look at that. And again, it's got the CD case, which is what I wanted. Look at how that looks, guys. You probably thought if you were watching it, why have you put something so white in? Because I wanted it to get inking and I can add embellishments and stuff. On the Toffee in Trouble page, lots and lots of purple and orange. It caught a lot of that actually, considering. Look. This is such a great technique. I love it. Look at this one. So yeah. I just love, like, it looks all the Harlequin colours in that cute dog's coat. And then look at all the colours there. Isn't it brilliant? It's such a great technique, Louisa. I am loving it. And look, there's just random spray there. So it's weird how summer's really soaked in. It will depend on the type of paper you're using. It'll depend on the thickness. It'll depend on where the water and the inks go. Oh, see, I just love that. Love, 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 love. So you've got all the mixed of the colours and then the colours down here. Love it. And then nothing really on the back. Isn't that interesting? And then final signature. Now the back really has got a lot of colour and you can really see the oxidization there. And also be aware that if you do have stitching, obviously if you're using a heat gun, if you have the heat gun too near the thread will shrivel up. And again, this has glitter on it, so I didn't want to get too close with the heat gun and like start warping it too much. So not a lot on this one, look, not a lot on this page, which is interesting. But then this was like this. So that's probably why. But look, got colour here, just bits of colour. And actually we got some on here too. Isn't that interesting? I'm loving the effects of this. I really am. So there, because the paper here is a lot darker, you can see the much darker colours there. But that's so much fun. Oh my gosh, look at the oxidization here, guys. Look at that. And that now really picks up the really pale blue in the rest, and it lightens up the brown a little bit. Funny enough, completely different on this side. Isn't that interesting? And look, really just a few little touches there. And barely anything on that side. The seaside got a smidge, just a smidge of colour, but that's all right. I don't mind that because that was bright. This is actually still wet. And this is the middle signature, so you can see. And it got it on the inside and down the bottom here. Oh, I love how it looks down the bottom, guys. I love that. Love, love, love. Oh, and this is really fun too. You just see some really, like, everything's a little bit different. Oh, and this one too. The splashes. And this envelope got a lot more of the blue, you can see, which just lifts it. The colour of it. Those naughty kittens been playing with all the paints. This already had a lot of colour on it, but there's still some that's been added to the bottom just along this ridge. And then we have this page with the paw prints, and then yeah, a little bit on the card. So I am wondering if this is too much on here. So I am wondering, do I want to turn it like that? But then there's nothing really on that page. There's only a little bit. And then you turn it over and you'd see that. I think I'm going to do that. Because each of these only have a little bit really on the front cover. So I'm going to do that and turn that way because that's a lot. And the edges just look so yummy. So I really like it. If you have some inks and haven't tried this technique, please do go check out Luise's video too and have a look at her taking a hammer and a ruler to her pages. And yeah, I really love this. Again, you can use just normal inks, ink pads. You could use possibly paints to splatter. You won't get this exact effect, obviously, because these are meant to be used, especially the oxide ones, with some water. But I'm really loving how it's come out, and I'm really loving the way it fits in with my theme of kittens playing with paints and getting them everywhere. So that's it for this video, guys. I know it's a lot quicker than the other two. And I'm still going to let these dry a little bit, but I'm going to let them dry a bit naturally. I could go back in if I wanted and use a bit more colour, but I'm actually really happy with how they've come out. And I didn't want it to detract too much. Like, I like it on the edges because obviously the main pages, I'm going to have pictures of my kitties. So I don't want it to detract too much. So next episode, episode 4, what I would suggest is it's going to be adding those finishing touches to the pages before we then bind them into the journal. So fabrics, trims, sari silks. Also grab some vellum or tracing paper, or like you could even use parchment. I would say vellum's the best idea because we're going to make some big vellum pockets in here, and all that will involve stitching. Vellum's really hard to glue, guys, but if you do have a glue that would go with it, then yeah, you know, obviously grab that. I'm going to be stitching. I'm going to be stitching all my fabrics on. You can obviously not use that, but I will talk about that in the next video. So grab your fabrics, grab some vellum tracing paper or very translucent parchment paper and stuff. And we're going to be doing those finishing touches before we then bind the signatures in. So that's all for this time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this one. I do not know how long my hands are going to continue to look this way. What does Tim Holtz have to bring out? He has to bring out a soap, unless he has, and I don't know about it, a soap that gets rid of these inks off your fingers. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will be back again very soon. Until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a lot of crafty fun. Bye for now.